Hi everybody, I hope you're doing great and staying safe. My name's Joe and I did my report on deaf poetry. So what deaf poetry is it's a spatial manipulation of sign language where the artist uses their expression, and visual dimensions to kind of captivate the audience and to draw them into the poem that they're saying. And I specifically did mine on Deaf Poetry Slam, which is like a competition style format where different poets will share their work and, kind of in like a lighthearted way be competing with one another, and the audience is very not interactive, but it's a little more hype than just the poetry reading. And so I was found this guy. His name's Douglas Ridolph, and back in New York City about, I don't know, 20 some years ago, they started doing these slams, and these poetry slams were this really unique way for people in the deaf community to, have something that was culturally very much their own, and just to express a lot of these emotions that they've, had. And, you know, just like any sort of art, it's like very much this big outlet to let them share and express like anything that they're feeling or thinking. And it's really kind of awesome that it's very polarized in this way that like they don't have people interpreting during the poet's reading, mainly because a lot of it gets lost in translation between what they're doing, and it's so much more expressive, and there's so much more manipulation of the sign language that they don't really, you know, they don't get it right when they do interpret it. So it's just this awesome, free form, very exciting, very community driven, like art, creative, fun thing for anybody in the deaf community to experience. And you know, um, hearing people attend, and it's totally fine. And it's really like watching some of these videos of these poets was just very immersive into kind of some of these raw, you know, underlying emotions that these poets were displaying, and it was really fun to write about. So I guess the last thing I want to do is I'll show you a little bit of kind of what it is, and that would be, so signing leaf, we would do L leaf, right? Leaf, but in this deaf poetry, that could be, like it's actually, oh, I mean, the leaf is just, and so that right there can show you how, like, so much can get lost and it's so much faster. And that was just a really brief example, but so much more can get lost, and that's why they don't allow the interpreters to be trying to represent their work for them. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this brief presentation on what I wrote about. It was a lot of fun for me to learn about, and thanks for listening. I hope that you guys are all doing good and staying safe. So enjoy the rest of your semester. Thanks. Bye.